Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're looking for the main reading, well, this is the introduction. It will be tagged on to all of the videos. But if you want to look for the main reading, or you cross-watch, or you're new to the channel, then go right down there to the description, and there will be a timestamp, and you can bypass this all. Hope you watch it at least one time. And also, too, thank you so much. Yes, you can hear I still have whatever this is going on. Still pretty tired for whatever reason, too. But, things are happening. The energies are very, very strong. So let's get on with our readings. I'm going to be using, for the main readings, my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. Also, Guardian Angel cards. I will use this inspirational wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. That will be for the main. Also, my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, we're going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osho Zen Tarot cards. Now, I pray, I meditate, I infuse all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, but this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is, what you want to call. I say God, Holy Spirit, and just say, let the words come through. Let them not be mine. Let them be the words of the source. Okay, so let's see, before we even start, yes, everybody keeps feeling change. And we know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. And we still have that, we have that Pluto in Capricorn, which is all about, Pluto, think of that as the phoenix that, destroys and then rises from the ashes. Capricorn, all about home, security, life. That's been there for 12 years. Capricorns know what this is like because they have felt the disruption for for almost the 12 years. It started, it started, 2008, so it's been more than that, too. Okay, now, Pluto also associates quite strongly with Scorpio, and I need to tell you that because, we do have, whenever Pluto and Scorpio are meeting in this way, there is a little more emphasis on whatever's going on. Pluto has gone direct, but it's slowly direct. And so that means it's covering a lot of the ground. When something goes retrograde, so here's the planetary movement, and this is how it appears. It doesn't necessarily do this, but this is the illusion or the appearance of. So here it is, it's going through, or I should go this way for you. It's going through, it's direct. Now it starts to slow down, and this is when we call it stationary. So then this would be stationary retrograde. So it then slows down to almost a stop, and then it does stop, and then it starts to go over again, and then it comes to where it needs to stop, and now this is again direct. This is stationary, and now it's going to go direct. So, and then it goes direct. It starts slow, and it gets a little faster, but not super, super fast. So it really covers the same ground about 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it covers the same ground 3 times. It's really getting into the nooks and crannies of whatever it is it needs to do. And like I said, Pluto is the planet of destruction, but then it does have the rebuilding energy to it too. So we have that going on. Now we just had Saturn, which was retrograde in Aquarius, and Saturn just went direct also. So it is still in a, let me see, when did it go direct? It is still kind of in a stationary mode, but it is, let's see, new moon. I'm sorry. Saturn went direct on the 23rd. So it's still on its slow path, and it's still going past. Saturn also has a strong connection with Scorpio too. They all have connections with the others, but there is an interest. Saturn has a strong interest in Scorpio. Now we have Mars energy. Mars has been going direct in Gemini, and then on the 30th it goes retrograde. So it will be covering that same path about 3 times, okay? So that will be on the 30th. Mars also has a very strong energy, a strong connection with Scorpio. So we've got Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all kind of in this slow motion right now, throwing their energies really behind Scorpio, pushing it forward. Scorpio too, associated with the scorpion, also with the eagle, gives you that higher view. It also is with the phoenix, which, like I said, Pluto has an association with the phoenix too. And, rising from the ashes. Scorpio is also in the South Node right now, and I think for another 6 months. And that means that there's a lot of stuff from the past that's really being visited by this very, very strong energy. And yes, I do consider Mars also Aries, because Greek and Roman mythology, Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars. So they all have this, they all intertwine with each other, but there is a lot of intensity going on right now. Now, I was talking to my sister yesterday about what's going on, and I was looking into November, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when it comes closer. But November, I would say the thing that was going on with Gemini, with it going retrograde, and again, that was the 30th, and that will be at 9:26 a.m. Gemini, and also too on the 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio at 3:22 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Time. And also too, Jupiter, which is not going direct, or it's not doing stationary, it's just retrograding back. It goes back into Pisces. And, this is where there's going to be some planning. There's kind of really deep energy clean out with Pisces here too. But I was looking at what was going on, and I was saying, okay, October 30th, goes in, and then there's something on the 4th, 5th of November, very strong energies. And then we have the new moon, the full moon, the 8th and 9th of November. And the interesting things, again, it involves all of those planets that I'm telling you about, Pluto, Saturn, and also Mars, and also Venus. But and Venus is the one that gives a little bit of hope and a little bit of a loving balm to it. But the thing about it is, we have, with those planets going in November, we also have some squaring and some trining with Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus will be the full moon. There will be a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So there is this, with this new moon on the 25th, there is a partial solar eclipse going on with that. But then, and that means that when there's an eclipse, it gives a little more strength to it. New moon is a new start. So whatever's going on, so maybe even the 25th we can go on to. 25th to that 9th. Like I said, Scorpio season has the appearance of being very intense, very strong energies. And you throw in Uranus, some of the aspects with Uranus, which, like I said, is in Taurus. Some of it's trining. That's favorable, and some of it's squaring, so that's opposing. So that's where we're going to have, I feel like we're going to have the shakeups at that time, whatever those shakeups are, okay? So it's, but the thing is, too, when you can see these things, or when you can feel these things, or when you hear these things, it always does remind me. It reminds me, because some people will say, I know things, and when they happen, they scare me. Well, when you know these things and you're told these things, you just have to believe, you just have to remember that God is in control. And because she shared it with you to begin with, that means that you are, not to be afraid, okay? So let's see what we have. And again, if I have to pause the video because of coughing or whatever this is, I will do that. But let's see what we have, higher power. So I did tell you when the new moon was, right? The new moon. So, and again, that's very precious energy. So new moon in Scorpio, 6:48 a.m. on the 25th, Eastern Standard Time. We've got, again, the 28th, Jupiter goes into Pisces. It continues its retrograde movement into Pisces. 1:10 a.m. October 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio, 3:22 p.m. And like I said, Mars goes retrograde in Gemini on the 30th, 9:26 a.m. So all of these are very early in the morning too. Interesting. So let's see what we have here. Higher power, what would you want people to know for this week, the 24th? Okay. Letting go of something, letting go of something. Very strong energy saying letting go of something, things changing. Now this is the, we've got three or four cards out already, so I don't need to pull any more. This is the Three of Swords. Now remember that reversed has a little more energy to it. So Three of Swords. Okay, we have the sword energy. That is our air energy. That is our Saturn. That is our Aquarius. That is our Gemini. That is our Libra energy. It is it is thinking things through. It's it's air energy. It is hearing messages. It is, I'm kind of even getting fanning the fire energy here, just as you would with air. It is also making plans. It's also strategizing. So now this is reversed. Okay, so we'll make this right. A lot of times this is one of those really cards that people go, can we go and just do another one? Because it is about hurting. It is about pain. It is about some going through things that we did not necessarily want to go through. We also have a 3, and the 3 tells us it's about celebration and creativity. It's also about, the power of 3. So whatever this was, it was very, very needed, or it is very, very needed. Now, you've got the rain clouds. You've got the rain. It is behind the heart. You've got these 3, it looks very ominous. The thing about it is, though, you have to see, the heart is very bright. The heart is very resilient. And even though these are 3 that are in it, it does not mean that life does not go on. It just means that whatever happened had to happen, and we have to learn to move past it. We have to learn to move beyond it. And we might still feel the pain, but, pain does dull. Pain, might leave scars, and these swords may never be able to be removed, but there is healing, there is hope. And it's kind of, to me, when I see the 3 of Hearts, it's like, maybe you feel like you're experiencing the worst right now, but the worst is either about to be over or it is coming to an end. Okay? So I don't mind the 3 of Swords. Like I said, it's like a lot of the pain, a lot of the suffering that you're feeling now or that you have been feeling will soon be leaving. Okay? And then we come to the Ace of Swords. Again, we have that ace energy. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And remember, I told you, Aquarius and Gemini, strong energies are in there right now. This has new ideas. This has a new beginning. This has a new way of thinking about something. So while we have to let go of something, we have to maybe let go of an old way of life, an old way of thinking, an old perspective. A new idea, a new understanding is coming, because this is very cerebral energy. This is very, very thinking things through, new ideas happening, and it may not necessarily be easy. This may not be easy, and it may not be easy for whatever this new thought process is. But this, Ace 1 is a new beginning, and again, the swords, the energies I told you about, air energy, hearing messages, and it's kind of like reframing and redeveloping your thought processes. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So now, again, this one is reversed. We're going to flip. Okay, we're flipping that one. And this one is an 18. So we have a 1-8. So we had a 3-1, 1-8. 1 is a new beginning. 10, transitional energy. 8 is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. We do have the new moon on the 25th. So it is the start of something. The new moon brings a start. So there could be a start to whatever this process is. It could be a start to healing, a start to revelation type of energy, hearing the new idea, the new plans. The moon, again, the moon is always interesting because it means that there are things that you don't always know. There are things that are hidden. There are things that are very celestial. There are things that are very lunar. Now, moon energy is is a feminine energy. It is it is very closely associated with our water energy. So we have we have some of these creatures of the night looking up at the moon. The moon is not necessarily, sometimes I get really good energy with the moon. But this moon, I feel like it's looking down. It's not necessarily pleased. There is kind of a sun, so this could be this could be the partial solar eclipse even energy here. And it's, the creatures of the night are coming out. And it could also be that, the moon is going to shine on that. It's going to bring out the hidden energies, the things that have been hidden. So we will see. And our last card, and again, this is reversed. So we've had were all of these reversed? Maybe this one was not, but this one is. Now we have a 2. 2 is a joining together, is a crossroad, is decisions. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess does talk to you about connecting with your higher power, is that oracle in many, many ways, is the one that, you don't even have to come. It's not like you have to come to me to ask me, what's going on. You can even take time to connect with higher power in order for you to understand that. Again, we have feminine energy here. We have a lot of what is considered holy energy, okay? We have a lot of what is considered holy energy here. And, there is this, this thought, and then we even have the crescent moon here. So again, that could be a new moon, could be. So maybe the 25th is going to be the start of the healing, start of the letting go, start of the discovery. Not quite sure, but it does, it does say to really, connect with higher power, keep your light bright, keep your vibrations very high also. The nice thing about the High Priestess is she doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, sometimes she'll stretch you a little bit, but she doesn't overwhelm you with things you don't need, okay? Like sometimes it's like, I'll get messages and I'm like, well, why can't I know more? Why can't I know how this resolves? And the answers that I've been given pretty much all the time is, if you knew more, if you knew how this all resolved, you would not want to get out of bed. So, just, because it would be too overwhelming for our humanity. So, I would say that there's going to be some mysterious energies. Connect with God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. New ideas, new information coming through, and that could be pain that is here is going to be moving and lifting. It could mean we're going to have. It could be. I don't see it as a fresh pain, and the reason I don't see this is going to sound gross, but you see these three. Okay, the clouds and the rain is behind this, right? If this was a fresh pain, this heart would be gross, okay? We would be seeing a lot of gross things. This heart is a healthy color. There is no blood seeping or anything from these wounds. So that tells me that this has been for a while, and that there is, even though it is not healed, there is healing energy in this, okay? Sorry, didn't want to gross you out with my, from my nursing background. So it's like, if there were 3 swords in this heart, and you got, it would just be an old bloody mess. And then I would say, let's pull another one. Let's pull another one. So let's see what we've got going. Osha Zen Tarot. Can you kind of add to any of this? So there's a lot of spiritual energy next week, or I should say the 24th to the 27th. There is a lot of thought processes. I would say that there is going to be, remember too, what I always say about Saturn in Aquarius, and now that it's going back over some of the same ground, it is, this is reality. This is truth versus illusion, truth versus lies, reality versus illusion. Okay. So but the moon will show you just enough. You might have to make your own way. Connect with your high priestess. Connect with your higher self on that too. So interesting energies with those two. So let's see. And you can always comment and tell me what you're thinking this is all about. Let's see. Osha Zen Tarot, what do you have for us? What do you have for us? Here we go. Abundance. Well, I like the abundance card. I do like the abundance card. I think this would be like that king of, I think this would be the king of pentacle energy. I think this is, but I get a little bit, off with these cards too. But this is abundance. There is a rainbow energy around. Now that could be, it's moon energy all around us too. There is, kind of being lifted up. It's saying, so there is abundance coming. It's just kind of, some of these are the steps we have to go through, we have to experience before the abundance actually comes to us. So, this person looks well fed. This person looks pretty happy. This is very male energy, masculine energy. So, the thing is, even though this is all happening, there is a promise of abundance to come. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but then you know what? I've lived a long time, and it's like many of my worries, once I went through what it is to the other side, I was like, oh, now I understand. Now I understand. So, I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid. We live in a tough world. The world is not for wimps, but we are, I'm going to say we are star seeds. We are light workers. Many of us have spirit guides, connections with higher power. So have faith, believe, and just keep pushing forward. Okay? Okay. Now, I've got to go to that part that says, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Just being off even that one time, it just really messes things up for me. So please like. Also, too, with the bell and subscribing, many people tell me that they subscribe. They don't see my videos popping up. So they have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again. The same thing with the bell. Okay. Anyway, why don't we now start our readings? Hello, my Libras, and how are you? I hope you're great. We're moving past your sign, though I'm sending this on Friday, so still happy birthday to you. I want you to concentrate on your blessings. I want you to really look at all the things that you have been given, God has given you, higher power source, all the family, the people that have been supportive of you too. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a good time for us to, have an attitude of gratitude and kind of make sure that we are expressing to those people that we care. Okay? I don't know. I just felt like there was some Libras out there, a Libra or two, that just needed to hear that. And, I just felt that it was needed. Anyway, let's see. Okay, we've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we've got 3 cards, are face down, not face down, are faced up. And we've got interesting energies here. So let's see what we have. These fell. So we have the Queen of Gabriel, which is the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Rods. We have the 8 of Ariel, which is and it was reversed, which is the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Earth. And we have that 3 of Michael, which is the 3 of Air, the 3 of Swords. This was in the beginning of the introduction, okay, the 3 of Swords. So you may want to, if you need another slant on how to look at that one, you may want to take a look at the introduction. But anyway, the Queen of Gabriel, Queen's energies are majestic, are royal. She has confidence. She knows her stuff. The Queen's underlying energy is water, which is that Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. She's fluid, emotional. She is very deeply caring energy. She can be a little micromanaging. She can be a little bit too clingy. That's why when Gabriel, the fire energy, comes along, Gabriel is bigger. I shouldn't say it's bigger. It's more flamboyant, okay? It just seems to reach out more. It gives confidence. It is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, determined energy here. So even though you have this very caring introverted type of energy of the water. You also have this very strong extroverted energy of fire. Okay, so there is this dynamic which may not necessarily always be in balance for you, my Libras, and it may not always feel comfortable for you. Okay, part of the discomfort could be in you being very showing your confidence, showing that, just reaching out, spreading your wings, doing the things that you want, and you at the same time, because of who you are, want to kind of run back and say, well, maybe they're not quite ready for that part of me. Okay, we're going down a totally different road with this one than normal. But so there could be this little bit of a mismatch in what you think their perspective of you is what their perspective of you is, and actually what their perspective of you, what they perceive of you. You could be right in what that is. They expect you to be the balanced one. They expect you to do what they want you to do, or go along, or at least kind of like, not make any waves. You want the balance. But this is going to be a week, this could be a week for my Libras where you want to break out. You want to break free. You want more out of life than what is happening around you. That's not unreasonable, but I'm a fire sign, so I go along with it. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But the Queen of Gabriel is passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now, my Libras. Go after what you want, the ability to attract helpful people. So I kind of feel this breakout energy. I feel this like, kind of like, why am I sitting here? I want more out of life. I want to break out. But then again, you've got this image that people tend to think, no, Libra will keep things balanced. Libra will keep things copacetic. Okay? Not quite sure where we're going, but throwing that out there because it's best when I don't try to understand what I'm saying. So now we have the 8 of Ariel. 8 has unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. But then we have Ariel. Ariel is our earth energy. It is our Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Capricorn and Taurus are very strong right now. And this is kind of like, okay, the 7 of Ariel is preparation. You've done your work, da-da-da. This is that next step. This is where you now shine. This is where, you're recognized for what you bring to the table. This is promotion type of energy, but then you have to learn a little bit more. So this is money, job, career energy. Now, I would say that this is kind of still in that 7-8 stage. This is still preparation, but this is more than what you think you even know, okay? Because that November, when Uranus starts doing its stuff, that's going to be the expect the unexpected type of, so, you don't know, you could be made, you could be made CEO of your company, okay? Because that's how unexpected that energy is going to be. So not, well, unless you're close to that anyway. Anyway, the 8 of Ariel is take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Now we come to the 3 of Michael. 3 of Michael was in the introduction. That was the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Michael has been popping up through a lot of the reading. So if you cross-watch and you come across the 3 of Michael, it might have a particularly stronger message for you. So 3 again has creativity, celebration, also the power of 3. Michael is air energy. It's your energy, Aquarius and Gemini. And all of yours, you still have what, Mercury and Venus, I think, still in your sign. So there is some messages, there is some relationship energy, there is some strong energy in Libra right now. And then what's going on with Gemini, Mars in Gemini and Saturn in, Aquarius makes that even more powerful energy. But this is another reminder to let things go. You can't keep holding on to the past. Again, maybe this is why I said what I said in the beginning. You have to Yes, you have a very good memory, my Libras, when you choose to use it. When it for your benefit, you have a very good memory and recall. And the thing about this is sometimes you have to then say, you know what, I'm not holding on to that anymore. I don't mean that you ever, when I say this, I don't mean that if you've been in an abusive situation that you forgive and forget and you go right back in. You can remember the situation, but you forgive the other person if you're able to, and I understand that can be hard, but forgiving the other person, they either don't know or they don't care. You don't have to go and tell them, oh, I forgive you. You basically just say, you know what, hey. And what I do with that, what I do is I give that to God, and I say, God, give so-and-so what they need to become the person you want them to be. And that to me is enough forgiveness on my part. But the thing is, it frees you. It stops you from being chained in the bitterness, okay? So, not telling you ever to go back into a situation. I'm not saying that they ever have to come back into your lives either. Not at all. But it does help to cut the chain. It does help you to cut the bitterness. We all learn from our experiences. We all have those scars. Time to move on. Anyway, 3 of Michael. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. So let's see what we've got. And I like that I didn't really notice we have the white dove there. The dove of peace. Again, like I said, it frees you. And the thing is, if there's been somebody that's done you wrong, oh my gosh, they delight in being in your mind. They delight in that. So let it go and say, I don't want to think about you anymore. Be gone, be gone. Anyway, so you've got kind of a lot of things going on in many ways, my Libras here. So let's see what we've got. Let's see. This is the one that kind of gets me a little bit more, is that, so it's kind of like I said, it's a interesting challenge for you. Okay, guardian angels, this is reversed. The 2 of action. Like I said, it's an interesting challenge, and now you get the 2 of action. So this is a choice. 2s are choices, decisions. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? It's also coming together. Action is a fire energy again. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Trust in your ability to make excellent choices. There's opportunity all around you if you just continue to move forward. That's why you can't be held back anymore. Okay. It may be time to take on a new partner who can help you be a success in your career or creative endeavors. Keep your eyes on the big picture rather than the details of the moment. 2 of action, 2 of fire. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. And you know what? If you want to live large, if you want to be one of those, if you want to be eccentric, as long as you're not doing anything illegal or immoral and you're not really actively harming anyone, be you, my Libras. But again, that Queen, it's kind of like it's a push-pull type of energy. But the 2 of action says trust in your abilities. Trust in you. Anyway, let's see what we have from the inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies for my Libras. What do we have for our Libras here? What do we have for our Libras? Here we go. Okay. Reversed. Autumn angel. In the northern hemisphere, we are in the autumn. So, imagine feeling at peace in a garden full of flowering plants. Well, that's a beautiful way to obtain some peace. Autumn angel. Feeling at peace in a garden full of flowering plants. So kind of do some meditation, okay, I am at peace. I am at peace. The flowering plants. Maybe if you even have a garden like that. I'm envious. Not that I want your garden, but I would love to be able to find that place for myself. Anyway, let's see what we've got, what crystal or energy for my Libras that we have here. Here we go. Reversed. Fire. Well, you have 2 fire cards right there. So, my sister, Libra, loves fire. Anyway, maybe a bonfire or a contained fire. Anyway, passionate, creation, travel, courage. So, interesting energies for you, my Libras, as we enter into our Scorpio season. So what does that mean to you? What did all of this, how did this all come together for you? Let me know. Also take a moment, please. And I know, since, when I'm off the one time, it messes everything up. People can't find my channels. They're like, oh, I didn't know you were posting. Oh, are you still doing this? So please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. And if you haven't been getting notifications, unclick and click again. Anyway, as always, my Libras, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.